Sleepy Joe. Well, he's just too old for the job, and his record uh, over the past 40 years has been pretty deplorable, actually, kind of despicable. Joe Biden, two thumbs down. I just don't care for you or Chlamydia Harris. I mean, she literally rode her way to the top. I don't think we need to discuss that very much. Long story short, 57 U.S. senators voted to convict Donald Trump. 57 adults. A lot of them, got law degrees. They're professionals. I'm not necessarily going to tell you that I like many of them, but 57 adults, voted to convict. And 43 voted not to convict. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a great big distinction between not guilty and acquitted. It's a whole different animal. You could do an entire college series on the differences between acquitted and not guilty or innocent. Now, everybody knows that Donald Trump is not innocent. And everybody knows that Joe Biden is, he's a blathering idiot. I don't know how many times he's, tried to speak on video and just blathered on like a goofy old man. And that's pretty scary, folks. I mean, this guy's president, right? But I got some friends out there, and some are very, very dear to me. There's some very dear friends out there that swear up and down they'll never vote Democrat again. And, I don't like this unchecked invasion on our southern borders. I don't like the unchecked invasion at our western seaports and our eastern seaports. And I don't like the unchecked invasion coming down from Canada either. I mean, there's a lot of foreigners that are just flooding into this country while Americans are, they're struggling, and a lot of men and women came home from the wars and they're struggling, and we got some difficult choices to make here in America. And, well, I just don't believe Joe Biden is up to the task. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. Let me make it real clear. And let me also make this very clear. I voted for and campaigned for Donald Trump the first time around. That's a fact, and anybody who knows me knows that's the truth. Now, I didn't vote for him this last time around because, well, he never touched the Clintons. He let all the bankster gangsters off the hook. He engaged in an awful lot of narcissistic, arrogant, egotistical blather about himself. Let's see. He seemed to chum up just fine and big buddies with the Saudi Arabians with his hands on that big glowing orb, that big globe of the New World Order. And then let's bring it forward a little bit. I personally believe that Donald Trump is a chameleon. He's self-serving. This idea he's not a politician is a load of what. And I didn't vote for him this last time around. I sat out in front of the polling place and I got sick to my stomach because there was no damn way I was voting for Joe Biden. Hell no, absolutely not. Joe Biden, you stink, and Chlamydia Harris, you're worse. I won't go into her, but I voted for Dr. Cynthia McKinney because she's a pretty smart woman. She's a little pink, but not too bad. And I voted for Jesse Ventura because he was, I don't know, he was governor of Minnesota, right? And he has a few good ideas, and he really doesn't like the corruption. Now, whether or not any chance of them winning existed is, well, that's pretty obviously a no. But I wasn't going to vote for Biden. And I damn sure wasn't going to vote for Mafia Don. Now, there's people out there to get mad at me because, I've got Don's number, but the guy's a New York mobster. His big handler there, his attorney pal, Cohen, or Khan, or whatever his name was there. Khan, I think his name was. Just nothing but a Jewish gangster. Big time Jew mafia in New York City. Boy, Facebook's going to love that. Oh my God, I said Jew mafia in the same sentence. Yeah, I did. Now to my most dearest and nearest friends. They know who they are. Don't despair. There's people in this country that aren't going to let the ship sink. And Joe Biden's not really in control. It's more like 320 million American citizens. The people are in control, and that's good news. Except for this darn cough. Man, there we go. So, I'm going to sum it up because of the cough in one short little breath here. Donald Trump, you ought to be protesting and going after Andy Cuomo for killing Grandma and Grandpa down at the senior citizens' homes. Was sticking all them COVID patients in the seniors' homes. 13,000 seniors paid with their lives. And that's just tier one. The extrapolation, or the track and trace, if you will, of the 13,000 that got sick and died, they infected a bunch of other people that we haven't even begun to account for yet. And the secreting and the concealments and the lying about the records that Andy Cuomo's been caught doing, that's how New York State operates. That's how New York City operates under de Blasio. And Donald Trump, your administration operates the same way. Well, I take that. Operated the same way, past tense. Now, we're going to stop the steal. We're going to go down to the Capitol and we're going to fight like hell because you can't win unless you're really tough. And let's see, there are so many statements made by Donald Trump that, I'm sorry, Donald Trump, you incited a coup. You incited an overthrow of the steal. That's what you were inciting, Donald Trump. And you can go around and you can deny it all you want to, but you're guilty of that. And you're guilty of a lot of other things too, Donald Trump. One of which is that you were handed the reins of power by the people. I voted for you, I campaigned for you, and then you laid down. You brought people like Sessions into the government. You brought jerks like Barr into the government. You posseed up with the crookedest bankster gangster in the history of planet Earth, and you let them all off the hook. You let them all off the hook, Donald Trump. You let them walk. And that's because Donald Trump loves bankster gangsters in his pocket. I mean, come on, man. Real estate dynasty, real estate empire and hawk up to his eyeballs. He's bought by the banks. He's owned lock, stock, and barrel by his creditors. So to my dearest and nearest and most precious friends out there, they know who they are. Don't despair, because, we got rid of Trump, and we will get rid of Biden-Harris. It's just a matter of time. I mean, the American people will get a couple of whiffs of Sleepy Joe and Chlamydia Harris there, which is already happening. I mean, how many executive orders? He's ruling like a dictator. Come on, man. He said that anybody has to rule by executive order is a dictator, and then he comes right out of the starting blocks and signs how many executive orders? So I'm pretty sure the American people have Sleepy Joe's number. He's a befuddled old son of a bitch, isn't he? I mean, man, when he gets all tongue-tied and starts blathering on, I sit there and going, holy shit, this guy's got the launch codes. This guy's, the football, he's nuclear war number one. That's scary, folks. It's really scary. So, folks, I don't know. Especially the ones that I piss off the most. I love you to death. But you gotta take a breath, and you gotta kind of step back away from the fire a little bit, and you gotta think things through a little bit more. And Joe Biden and Chlamydia Harris, they don't have those skills, so don't worry about it. They'll shoot themselves in the foot. They've already shot themselves in the foot. So I think I'll leave my political commentary right there for tonight and close by saying this. Have a very wonderful Valentine's Day, and make sure the people that you really love know it, whether they like it or not. Good night, folks.